Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And guys, today I would like to make a review of Omega Speedmaster Professional, and this is a very iconic and legendary watch. I bought this about 4 months ago. If you follow my channel, you have probably seen that I did unboxing video. So if you haven't checked it out, guys, please go ahead and check it out. Check out my channel. Oh yeah, before I start this review, I would like to invite you, please guys, go ahead and subscribe if you can. Subscribe my channel. There are a lot of contents there, and I will keep on uploading more and more videos further down the road. And guys, in today's video, let's talk about Omega Speedmaster Professional. Guys, as I said before, this is a very classic chronograph from Omega. This is one of the most iconic watches in the world, if not the most iconic watch in the world, alongside with Rolex Submariner. Okay, matter of fact, if I have to say, the only watch in the world that can really stand a chance against Rolex Submariner and go head to head, toe to toe, and possibly beat down Rolex Submariner, it will be this one. This is the watch that have sealed the legacy. Okay, and without this watch, Omega brand basically is shit, and they never have a place in the heart of collectors. Okay, this is the only watch that really is considered to be just a very important piece from Omega collection. So Omega Speedmaster Professional, okay, the only watch that goes to the moon. All right guys, so today I would like to talk more about the movement. I would like to talk more about the proportion. I would like to talk more about many different aspects of this watch. Okay, and I really love this watch, guys. So first, let's talk about the basic feature. Let's talk about the movement first. So this one is equipped with the Lamania, the caliber 1861. So there has been many different versions. Like in the old days, Omega Speedmaster was equipped with the caliber 861, and the price for that piece has risen. Okay, has risen, and now it has gone up, quite expensive right now. But the one that I'm having right now here in front of us is the most recent piece, and this is the reference number is 311 something. And so this is the latest version. So it's equipped with the caliber 1861. So it's from Lamania, and it's a very tank tough movement, guys. Well, the fact that this watch goes to the moon, it really shows you that this is not a watch that that you can really just destroy easily. Like, if it can really stand a chance to go up high to the moon, well, what makes you think that this is not good enough when you use it like in this planet Earth? So it is a very good watch. Okay, it's and the movement, my experience, I've heard, before I bought this watch, I heard a lot of people say horrible things about the movement. Like, they said, like, oh, their Omega Speedmaster can gain about like up to 16 seconds. Some of them, I read it from forum, some said like 10 seconds. So it's basically not within the COSC standard, which is around 6 seconds. Around 6 seconds for COSC. COSC, I think +2 +6 to from 2 to 6 seconds. That's within COSC standard. So, but actually, my copy here, my Omega Speedmaster here, my experience tell otherwise. I gain this watch gained about 3 seconds. That's my finding. So I time it, I measure it. So this watch is very accurate. Okay, so despite that, Omega never state that this one, because it's kind of like a vintage watch, guys. Okay, this is iconic historical piece. So Omega never said like, oh, this watch is within COSC certified. It's not COSC certified, that's what I mean. So Omega never said that. Okay, but the fact that after owning this watch, and this watch only gained about 3 seconds a day, so this is actually like, it's even better than the COSC standard, COSC standard. So I'm very very surprised. So I think it varies from piece to piece, and but I feel that you know, but my copy here is very very good. So I can't really tell. I can't really say about other pieces, you know, from for other people. But I mean, you know, since I'm reviewing my piece here, I'm gonna tell you like what it is. I mean, my experience tell me, and I want to share with you that, you know, this is a very very accurate timepiece, and so I only gained about 3 seconds, which is very very amazing, guys. Okay, I have a Tudor Pelagos, and in terms of accuracy, it's comparable. So with the Pelagos, I also gained about 3 seconds, and this one same way. And then so that's about the movement, and the movement is very good. Okay, it's tank tough. And then now let's talk about the aesthetic of this watch. So this watch, right? You know, it's a manual wind movement. So I can, you see it, you know, and this thing. So you have to wind it. The power reserve is about 48 hours. So if you fully wind it, it's fully wound, then it will last for like 2 days. But I basically, you know, just wind it like every single day when I want to use it. And I really really like this watch, guys, because you know, I've never owned any other watches other than this one that is manually wind. So this is the only manual wind movement that I've ever, you know, tasted, experience. So before this, all of my watches were basically just automatic. Okay, and and this is the thing, like if you haven't experienced manual winding watch, I think you should, because it's very very it's just it changed my life. It's very interesting. And so, you know, every single day I wind it, and you see when it shows resistance, that means it's fully wound. So I should stop. And this watch, you know, I really like manual winding movement, because with the automatic, I cannot really tell whether the power reserve is full or not. But then with the manual winding movement, I can just wind it, and then when it shows the resistance, I know like it's full, and it can last for like 2 days. But with the automatic movement, I have to wear it all the time, and then if I don't wear it, then it doesn't charge. But this one, I don't have to wear it. I can just wind it, and then it will be like fully charged. So in that respect, I actually like manual winding movement. Okay, so this is why, like, this watch, I really love it, because it gives a lot of you know, it's just different. It gives a very different experience compared to other watches, you know, out there, which is normally just an automatic watch. And you know, some people say like, oh, it's very difficult to wind it, but I actually don't find it any, you know, difficulty at all. I mean, to wind this watch is very easy and very simple. Okay, so it's very amazing. And then regarding the dial itself, the dial is very simple, and you find that you know, there is no date, which I really like, because if let's say the watch has a date, and then, you know, when you have like multiple watches, of course you're not gonna wear like all of them, right? And so, and if you're like me, I mean, I don't have a winder, I don't want to buy a winder, and so you know, normally when you put down, like, you know, some of your watches, because you don't use them like every single day, then when it dies, right, I mean, you know, it's a pain, you know, if it has a date. But this one has no date, so it's very very easy. I mean, whenever I want to, you know, set the time, I don't really have to bother, you know, setting the date right, because there is no date. So it's just very very nice. Okay, and the fact that this is manual winding watch, again, it's very nice. I can just, you know, fully winding, I mean, just fully wind it, and then it will be fully charged. So and also, because there's no date, the other benefit that I can tell you is that it is just very symmetrical. Okay, look at the symmetry of this watch. This is why this Speedmaster, right, it's just insane. Okay, it's very very beautiful. Look at the symmetry of the dial. Okay, so nothing gets cut. You see, like, for example, I can give you an example. Like, for example, the IWC Portugueser chronograph is quite classic from IWC line, and you see like the 12 and the 6 get cut out by the subdial. But look at the Speedmaster, guys. There are 3 subdials, and these 3 subdials doesn't really cut anything. So it doesn't get cut out, you know, nothing gets cut out, you know, all the hour marker is all there. And yeah, so it's just a very very simple dial. I really love it. I mean, the dial is very simple, and it's very classic looking, and also the symmetry is just amazing. Really, I really love this watch, guys. I mean, from the look of it. You really have to, I mean, if you are just if you're new into this hobby, you probably will not really understand about the aesthetic, the appeal of this dial, okay? But if you get, you know, because I still remember, I mean, when I started this hobby, I didn't really like a Speedmaster dial. I find it boring, you know. But then, you know, as I get older, and then as I get, you know, more and deeper into this hobby, then I start to appreciate, I mean, the clean look of this Speedmaster dial, okay? It's just very amazing. And then talk about legibility, because you can see like the hands is basically just a simple white color, nothing polished, and the dial is matte black, so it's very contrasty, okay? So the contrast of the white, hour and minute and second hand really, you know, just pop against the matte black dial there, as you know, the backdrop. So it's very legible, okay? This is one of the most, if not the most legible watch in the market that you can find, to be honest, okay? And you will not have a hard time telling the time, I mean, using the Speedmaster. It's just very amazing. And then let's talk about the headlight. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, my Speedmaster is equipped with this headlight crystal. So this is not sapphire version, this is satellite, and actually it's very easy to tell. See, it's close back, so if it's close back, it is headlight version. But with the sapphire, Omega has a open display case back for the sapphire version. So mine is a headlight version, and the reason why I chose this one, and I think that for everyone who want to buy this Speedmaster, I think they should get this headlight version. And the reason is because it looks very different. I mean, the first big difference for this one against the sapphire is that on the sapphire version, right, you see like the edge of the crystal here will have like a I don't know, they call it a milky ring, okay? A milky ring. So it's like white, there's like white thingy around the bezel for the sapphire version. But look at this, for the headlight version, you don't see that milky ring. You don't see any white thingy, so it's all, you know, just black. So it's very I don't know how to say it. It's just clean. To me, it looks really clean. I really hate the white color, you know, on the sapphire version. I mean, I remember when I first got into this hobby, you know, I didn't really understand about the appeal of headlight crystal on the Speedmaster, and people keep saying like, oh, you should get headlight. But I always feel like, oh, you know, headlight is scratch, it's not scratch resistant, and then there's no open case back. But for sapphire, it does have open case back. But seriously, guys, you know, after I get into this hobby like more and deeper, I can tell you like headlight is the way to go, okay? It's cleaner, there's no milky ring, and then you don't need open display case back for Speedmaster, because you know, this is a sport watch, and for the sport watch you want closed case back, not open display case back. And then also headlight is more it's more suitable because it's more correct to the history of this watch, because when they went to the moon, and when the guy went to the moon with the Speedmaster, I mean, it was the headlight version, not the sapphire version. And then also the let me push the chrono pusher here, and then after that, yeah, so headlight is the way to go. And the people complain like, oh, it's you know, it's scratch magnet and all this shit, but no, it's not true at all. I mean, I've used this watch for 4 months, and I'm pretty rough. You know, sometimes I even bang it, you know, against something. But you can see like there's no scratch or whatever. Okay, even if there's a scratch, I mean, people say it's very easy. You just apply like a little bit of toothpaste, and then after that use like a cloth and you wipe it off. So it's very easy. Okay, so guys, last but not least, I'm going to talk about the proportion. The proportion of this watch, guys, I would say is magic. Okay, the reason why I say magic is because it's stated as 42 millimeter, but I have a ruler here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's actually 39 millimeter instead of 42 millimeter. Okay, so I have measured it, and I got, so if I put my ruler here and I basically measure it, right? I get about 39 millimeter. Okay, so you probably will not be able to see. Okay, but just trust me. So I have measured this watch, and the diameter is actually 39 millimeter instead of 42 millimeter, like stated by Omega. And this is why it's so crazy. Like, you know, don't listen to you know, all this, like, you know, forums. Some people in the forums, they just, I don't know, like, they just, I don't know, they're hallucinating. I have used this watch, and this is me telling you as an owner of this watch. I mean, the person who really own this watch and use it. And this is a 39 millimeter watch, and yeah, so it wears small. Okay, so even though it's stated as 42 millimeter, but it's wrong. It's 39 millimeter. It's a classic proportion, classic size, and the thickness, they said, like, is 14.5 millimeter. You can see, like, it's a little bit thick down here, but actually once you put it on your wrist, the proportion is just magic. Okay, I've never seen people in the forum or in the newspaper or whatever, wherever, they won't say something bad about proportion of Speedmaster. They always say, like, this watch, you know, no matter what your wrist size is, big, small, when you put this on your wrist, it always looks good because the proportion is just damn good. Okay, it just looks perfect for whatever it is. And then yeah, so guys, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make this too long. I probably will make another video. I want to show you the lume of this watch, and maybe talk a little bit more about this watch. But let's talk about value, guys. Value wise, I can say that you know, I got this watch used, so I bought it at around $3,000, and I think brand new from boutique is about 5,000 US dollars. And guys, in the world, in the watch market today, right, I mean, this is one of the cheapest watch that you can get. Okay, a serious piece of horology. I'm talking about serious piece of horology. I'm not talking about just garbage watches. Okay, not, you know, like Tech Heuer and all this. I mean, not, you know, I don't have anything against Tech Heuer, but they're not a serious piece of horology. If you want to get into a horology, it's very expensive, guys. And one of the cheapest ways to get into horology is this one. This Speedmaster is basically a watch that will be, you know, that is respected by anybody. So if you, even after you own like Patek Philippe, Lange and Suna, you know, even after you own all these expensive pieces, but I still see like some people, after owning all those pieces, they still praise Speedmaster, and some of them still even own Speedmaster because it's just iconic, very beautiful, and just a very good piece. Okay, it's equipped with the Lamania, a very legendary movement. And guys, with the price of $3,000 pre-owned and about $5,000 brand new, you know, this watch is one of the cheapest in the market. But don't let that fool you, because the value that you get for this watch is just unbelievable. Okay, you get a very nice historical piece at a very affordable price. And remember, you know, at this point of time, I mean, Rolex price is getting out of control, and you know, if you're talking about Submariner, yes, it's iconic, but you got to pay like about $8,000 you know, for that watch. But this watch is relatively easy to get, and it's affordable, so it's a very nice gateway to the serious piece of horology. So guys, if you haven't bought a Speedmaster, please guys, go ahead and buy. I think you'll be very happy because it gives you a lot of new experience. Okay, especially if you are just you know, if you just started into this hobby, it will give you a manual winding experience. It will give you a classic look. It will give you a chronograph function, which is just, you know, amazing. Okay, so all right guys, I think I've rambling, you know, I have rambled quite too long, so I'm gonna cut it short. I can go on and on and talk more about this watch, but I'm gonna stop it today, right now. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys. Please go ahead and subscribe if you like this video. I thank you for watching this video. Thank you guys. Bye bye.